Breaking news, real quick. I only got 425 before I have to delete videos. Breaking big time news. A writ of mandamus was just filed in northern Florida for the fraudulent 2020 and 2022 elections. They're asking for the 2022 and 2020 elections to be set aside in Florida, and also could also include the 2022 and 2020 general election, all for the whole state. The 11th District Justice who covers that thing is Clarence Thomas. Judge Clarence Thomas is a fair, very upholding man, and because the election was fraudulent, the ballots were fraud with a lot of fraud. I mean, the machines were crooked and everything. I don't care what anybody says. Judge Clarence Thomas can rule on this himself and declare both elections null and void and redo them, or he can send it to the Supreme Court, have a Supreme Court vote on the whole thing. I pray Clarence Thomas makes the 2022 election and the 2020 null and void. The 11th Circuit also covers Georgia. And because the machines in Georgia were really crooked and there's a lot of fraud there and a lot of questions, he can null and void the whole election for 22 and 20. Trump would have to run for another president for the 2020 election. There'd be a whole nother thing. All these cases against Trump immediately be dropped for all this election interference and all the claiming the election was fraudulent, all this, everything would be dropped immediately. Then there'll be a new election real quick for everything, and Trump would be elected because the military would take over. 2020 election was fraudulent, and Donald J. Trump will come out victor. Also, breaking news: Trump could still become Speaker of the House. This is Super Trump 2024. They're calling for Trump to take the Speaker of the House for 100 days. He can become Speaker for 100 days and set everything right. Let's pray it happens. This is Super Trump 2024 with the update. I'll be back with more. A lot of stuff going on in the war too. Just so you know, they're moving 11 Patriot missile batteries to Middle East. That's not for anybody but Iran. There's going to be a huge war between Iran and America. They're moving thousands of troops there, ships, everything's moving there. The whole thing's going haywire. There's going to be a huge war if we don't pray hard and put our faith in God. Or this could be just a wake-up. Is it going to be a huge war, or is it going to be a wake-up where it takes the press, but takes us right to the verge of nuclear war, and then everybody's going to wake up, hopefully, and say, hey, we don't want this no more. We'll throw out all these crooked Republicans and crooked Democrats, start over with a new government, and take back our country. Any way possible, we got to take back our country. But Clarence Thomas is going to rule in our favor because there's all kinds of evidence. And another thing is, I'll say that for another video. I'll do one more after this one. Super Trump 2024, never give up, never give in, never surrender.